Sometimes the greatest danger doesn't come from a stranger in the night, but from the person sitting quietly beside you. On the surface, it looked like the perfect new beginning, a man rebuilding after heartbreak, finding love again, dreaming of peace. But beneath that hope, something darker was waiting. This isn't just a story about love, lost. It's a story about how easily trust can disguise a predator, and how one man's obsession would end in a plot twist too disturbing to imagine. Music fade in, low atmospheric tone. His name was Eugene Therno II, born in Kansas City, Missouri, an Air Force veteran, an air traffic controller, a man used to order, calm, and control. Friends called him dependable, warm, the kind of person who smiled with his whole face. But behind that steady smile were old scars. A 20-year marriage that had ended in betrayal. He had cared for his wife through a devastating illness, only for her to leave him the moment she recovered. That kind of heartbreak changes a person. But Gene believed in second chances, and in 2002, he packed his life, transferred to Florida, and promised himself a new beginning. In Florida, the sun came back. Slowly, Gene found work at the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport, and soon after he met Juanita J.J. Formoso, another controller, sharp, compassionate, and healing from her own broken marriage. They were drawn to each other, two people stitched together by old pain. Their connection grew quietly. 2 years of coffee, laughter, and late-night phone calls, until Gene finally proposed. They built a home together, a dream house in a gated community in Land O'Lakes, Florida. For the first time in years, Gene was happy. He believed his story was finally turning toward peace. But someone else was watching that dream being built. Brick by brick, music lowers, tense buildup begins. His name was Robert Bob Peterson, another air traffic controller. Quiet, unassuming, to most, harmless. In Nebraska, Bob had worked in the cubicle beside Gene. While Gene was outgoing, Bob was invisible. People called him Boring Bob, but Gene was kind. He reached out, talked to him, made him feel seen. That small act of kindness would cost him his life. Bob began mirroring Gene's every move. He bought the same truck, adopted the same breed of dog, even repeated his phrases. And when Gene moved to Florida, Bob followed. Within months, he'd transferred to the exact same control tower. Gene felt uneasy but brushed it off. He's just lonely, he told himself. Then, Bob asked to buy Gene's old house, and with it, Gene's bedsheets. Gene laughed it off. But Bob wasn't joking. That was the first real glimpse of obsession. Pause. Tense silence. A low hum. By 2006, Gene and JJ had moved into their dream home. Bob insisted on visiting, claiming to have a special housewarming gift. They agreed. Just one dinner. That night, Bob arrived early. He ate quietly, smiled too much, stayed too long. Then, he reached into his bag. "I have something for you," he said. A leather photo album, embossed. With Gene's name inside were dozens of glossy photos of their home taken secretly during every stage of construction, foundations, walls, windows, their sanctuary, photographed without their knowledge. "Every couple of days," Bob said proudly. "I've been watching it go up." JJ felt the air go cold. She left shortly after, an errand with her daughter, leaving Gene alone with Bob. When JJ returned, she found blood at the door, Gene's clothes on the floor, his phone still ringing in his pocket, and on the table, a letter from Bob Peterson, 3 pages long. In it, he confessed his love for Gene, detailed violent fantasies, and ended with a threat. "I'm not leaving until I get what I want." Police were called. A search began. 2 days later, officers found them in a rented house in Safety Harbor. Gene was dead, shot and mutilated. Bob was beside him, gun in hand. Murder, suicide. Music builds, slow crescendo. Later, Bob's family revealed he had been openly gay and had spoken about Gene for years, a fixation that consumed him in silence. JJ would later say, "I don't hate Bob. How can you hate someone who's mentally disturbed?" Sometimes the monsters we fear most don't hide in the dark. They hide in plain sight. This is the story of Gene Therno and the obsession that ended in blood. Outro music, haunting piano theme. You've been listening to Silent Witness Chronicles, where truth is darker than fiction. Stay curious, stay safe.